The video opens with a scene of a detective carefully examining a crime scene, zooming in on tiny, seemingly insignificant clues, a strand of hair, a small scratch on the floor, the tiniest details. The camera then shifts to a quick scene of a pilot checking every switch, dial, and gauge before takeoff. Have you ever noticed how detectives, pilots, and even doctors obsess over the tiniest details? One overlooked clue can mean the difference between solving a crime, ensuring a safe flight, or even saving a life. But what about in our everyday lives? Do these small details really matter? Today, we're diving into why paying attention to even the smallest details can drastically change your life, from relationships to personal growth, and even how successful you can become. Cut to a clip of Steve Jobs standing on a stage during the early days of Apple. Let's start with a story. Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple, was famously known for his obsession with detail. From the smoothness of the corners on an iPhone to the design of the company's internal processes, he believed that every tiny element mattered. His relentless focus on detail wasn't just about making a better product, it was about shaping a lifestyle, a brand, and ultimately changing the world. Shift to a quote from Jobs overlaying the screen, "Details matter, it's worth waiting to get it right." Steve Jobs, that level of detail transformed Apple into one of the world's most iconic brands. But this isn't just about tech geniuses or big companies, this applies to all of us. Here's the thing, tiny details have a ripple effect. For example, imagine if every morning, you focused on making your bed. It sounds trivial, but according to a study conducted by the University of Texas, people who make their beds each morning are 19% more likely to have a productive day. Why? It's because these small actions set a tone, a subtle reminder that discipline starts with the little things. Overlay images of small actions, like brushing teeth, drinking water, or setting a daily to-do list. These aren't just random actions. They're habits that build discipline, structure, and a sense of accomplishment, all of which lead to a more focused and fulfilled life. Cut to a scene of a couple having a quiet, meaningful conversation, or friends laughing and bonding. Now, let's talk about relationships. Ever notice how the people you feel closest to often remember the little things? Your favorite coffee order, a birthday, or even just how you like to unwind after a long day. Paying attention to these tiny details strengthens our bonds and builds trust. Research shows that people who remember small details about others' lives tend to have stronger, more positive relationships. It's proof that noticing the little things isn't just a nice to have, it's the foundation of connection. Scene shifts to a young entrepreneur organizing their desk, jotting down ideas, and planning their day. Let's be honest, success isn't always about the big moves. Sometimes, it's the smallest details that separate the good from the great. In fact, a study by Harvard Business School found that people who are detail-oriented are 25% more likely to excel in their careers. It's the double-checking, the extra bit of organization, or catching a tiny mistake before it spirals into something bigger. These are the traits that make a lasting impact. Cut to a serene, reflective scene of a person gazing out over a sunrise, contemplating. The little things, they're always there, quietly shaping our lives. So, the next time you think something's too small to matter, remember, each tiny detail is a piece of a bigger picture, one that can lead you to success, fulfillment, and stronger relationships. Pause for a moment as soft music fades in. In the end, it's not just about noticing the little things, it's about respecting them.